Yo, guys. Okay, so I had this little necklace, and it was just a kid's necklace, silver, not really. But it had these little flowers on it. And I was looking through, trying to figure out something that I could put onto this tree to, let me see if it's too big. On this tree, you see it's got chain on there. So I thought, oh, okay, I got to come up with something that I could do that with. Now, I'm using Aleene's mixed media adhesive, and I'm just going to squeeze out, it's got a mind of its own, but I just squeezed out a little, and then I let it kind of go back in so I can just get a little bit on my flower. And you always want to put the lid on, because that stuff, even though it doesn't dry real fast, it does dry fast. So anyway, and then I've got these little rhinestones, and I am just putting some rhinestones on here to make Christmas flowers to go onto my tree. Now I've got all the other ones done, but I wanted to show you how I did it and what I started out with, just so you wouldn't have any questions. Of course, you're always allowed questions. And this does get a little fiddly. Trying to keep it in camera here. Keep it, because it's so close. Oops. Come here. And it definitely does help to have a nice pair of tweezers. But you got to keep the glue off of them. Okay. Last one, if I can get it to cooperate. Oh, this one just does not want to cooperate. Listen, Miss Thing, you and I are neck and neck and toe to toe. Ah! But I believe you're winning. All right. And then once I'm done, I kind of give it a little bit of a light push just to get it into, let me see if I can get this a little closer to you now. There. Isn't that cute? So I have done all of the flowers on the necklace and cut the lengths that I wanted. There we go. Aren't they adorable? Oh, love them. Okay. So that's one thing that I'm going to do on the tree. Let me pull you back out before I forget. Voila. The whole desk. Yes. Okay. So let's see here. So that is going to be onto our page here. What else can I do? So we've got our base page, and I've got my flap to the back, and I'm having him on here, but I'm wondering if I can do a little bit more. What do you guys think? Let's make this a little more interactive, a little more interesting. So let's grab another piece, and I believe it's 1/4 of an inch that I have to cut off. I believe. Oh, goodness, I forgot. I had pulled out my gigantic sticker thing, and instead of putting it away, I stuck it on my cutter. I stick everything on my cutter. Everything! Wow! And it's like the thing I use the most, so why stick my stuff on it? So, let's see. I forget already. Well, I'm still working on my... Okay. It's this one I need. Dingleberry. So, it's 8 3/8. That's what it is. So, there's 1, 2, and 3. 8 3/8. My little dog is under my chair right now giving me a bath, which means he is hungry or he has to go out. So I'm going to see if I can get this before he drives me absolutely bonkers. Is this good? No, this is not. This is not good. Huh. I don't know if I cut it crooked. There we go. Yes. And is it all right this way? I must have just cut it crooked. I must have. Okay, so I want this to stay like a 1/16 of an inch away from the fold line that is this 1/2 inch, and then there's a fold line. Got glue all over me. So we're going to stay away between a 1/16 and an 1/8, whatever makes you more comfortable. And I'm going to make a mark at the end of the page here. If you know, you don't have to line it up, but over here. So you can move your paper up so you can see the under paper and just line it up here just like you would. It doesn't matter on the top. And then give yourself a little mark where you're going to want your score line. And let's just do it on this bad boy. Line it up in one of the grooves. Make sure your paper is nice and straight. And let's do the fold. All right. And I'm going to look at this and see what else I want to do. So, now I could use this as a pocket. I could use this as a simple pocket. Although I think I'd want to cut it down a little bit more. I'm trying to just figure out ways that I can use the whole sheet instead of partials. Oh, I do know one thing I can do. I am going to cut down, and let's see. I want to go to, what is this? This is 8 3/8. So I want to cut down 4 inches from what I'm going to think of as my top. So we can just put a T. So this is my top. So I'm going to cut down in the score line, or probably both sides of the score line. I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it on my big one because it's just way more precise. And of course, I got my cutter down the other end. Okay, so we're going to cut this score line off down to 4 inches, which I need to measure. If I can find my ruler. Here it is. Come to me, Timmy. Come to me, Timmy. Timmy, Timmy, Timmy. Okay, right to about there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just a roundabout. All right, and then I want the other side of it cut off. right, let's see how well I did. Not great. I didn't match it up. I didn't match it up at all. Probably would have been better to, you know, make your mark first. So there's 4 inches. Yeah, I just went down just a little too far on the other side, but I'm sure we will get that. It will be fine. I'm sure with the paper we're going to put on there, it will be fine. So now I'm going to score, which is another way you could have done it as well. Let's see. Let's do it this way so we actually get it at the 4 inches. And then at 4 inches, so this is the top. Okay, so we have the top over along the side. And here's our numbers down here that we start scoring on. Make sure you've got it nice and straight. And let's score at 4. Okay. And then you can fold it inwards, or you can fold it back this way. Okay, so that will be your choice, the way, whatever way you want that to be. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. So, and you can bring it around front if you would so desire. I don't know. I think I'm going to like it back this way. Okay. Put that right to the edge. All right. And then with this piece up here, I think, let's see, we have this cut, and I think some of it's going to have to be cut off now because I made it a little smaller. Not much, but I will cut off a little bit off this edge here. And I'm thinking, oh, you know what? I have this from a ribbon, a lace that I had. And I took the gather out. And this was wrapped. This is the bias tape that was wrapped around it. And I think this will be perfect to help close the page up on the top. Instead of really bulking it up and putting a flap. I'm going to glue this down as a pocket onto this sheet. And then I'm going to put this on it, just like you would in a journal. You know, for Christmas, everything goes. I love the way, you can just kind of get away with all kinds of goodies at Christmas time. It's just fabulous. It's fabulous. Now that little piece that I overcut, I'm going to make sure that I get some glue on that as well, so it will glue down. And you want to keep your pocket as large as possible, so just try and get it on the ends. Just a nice thin line of glue, although it is going to be helping hold your page onto the other one. Alrighty. So here's this. Now we're going to line this corner up with this corner. Exactly on the corner. Then you're going to make sure that you're even here, going all the way across, because remember we cut it the same length. And then it moved again. All right. So there is the pocket. Get all your excess glue out. So now you have a pocket and a flap. And now we're going to get this reinforced. And I'm going to use this old, but I think I'm also going to alter it a little bit. I'm going to make it just a little longer, and then I can cut it off later. And I think I'm going to take some of this old paper and just cut that creaminess down just a little bit, just to give that a little older look. Yeah, that cut that creaminess down, way down. Now, if you were going to wash this or something, obviously this ink will come out, but you know, we don't normally wash our journals or our mini albums, so not to worry. The only thing I don't like about these is that you can't stand them up. They just fall right over. I know they make little stands for them, but I don't have enough room on my desk now. If I go to get a stand for one of those, oh my goodness. Okay, so I am just going to put one side on first. And just try and make sure that you got it nice and even, so it's not all over the place. And you see now I'll be able to, once I get both sides done, I will be able to clip off the ends and have it all the way down to the end of my page on both sides. So you don't have to worry about cutting it perfectly. Perfectly. Because, you know, we don't do perfect very well. Not meant to do perfect very well. We are forgiven for our non-perfectness. Oh, goodness. And we have to forgive ourselves for our non-perfectness. That's for sure. And look at me. It has been, Lisa, cut yourself. Well, this was my dog. He got all excited. I was playing a little rough with him, and he went for the toy, and I zigged when I should have zagged, and his tooth just made contact. He didn't bite me or anything. His tooth just made contact and gave me it was right on the top of my knuckle too, so it was kind of owie. And then this one, I broke a mug, and of course I grabbed it right where the broken part was. Duh. Yeah, so both of these are kind of dumb sores. Dumb sores. Things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you do them anyway. So yeah, they're dumb sores. Okay, so here is our top. We wrote our T. This thing's driving me nuts. So we have our smooth top surface here. I think this is probably dry enough to open up. And then we have another whole page here. We have our little pocket. We have a little pocket right here. And we've got some of it got a little glued down. And then we've got a flap. And then we have all of this here. So, there. That makes a little more of an interesting first page. Now let's get this cut off. Now you can leave these on if you want it to look more journal-y. You can leave the extra tidbits on. I do that in my journals, and I have been known to do it in my mini albums as well. I'm getting to the point where I think, hey, anything goes. If I want to do it, it's fine. And let's see, would I like that sitting out there? This is some lace I just got in, and yeah, I think so. I'll have to cut some of the raw edge off, but we'll see. I may go with something else. We just don't know. We just don't know. All right, so let's see if the little flowers, if we can go ahead. And I am not going to use this Barely Art glue because I wasn't very impressed with its metal holding capabilities. Let's see, what kind of tip does she have on here? Okay, that's a big tip on there. So where is my little glue bottle of hers? Yeah, see the word little, right away you know it's gotten lost. Okay, yeah, this little booger, that's too big. This little booger is going to drive me nuts. I wonder if I can get it hooked underneath and maybe it'll stay. There, I like that. Okay, so I am going to run, oh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to ink my paper because I'll have to wait until it completely dries before I do it, and I don't want to wait. Oh, and I also had to, oh, geez Louise. I also had to cut this down. And two reasons now, because I've added this to it. So I'm going to have a little black edge. And I am going to cut this where it is going to be basically right at the edge. There we go. So if I put this right at the edge, I should be just about good. Yeah, just about good. Okay, I might have cut it a little short, but since I'm going to put the or something there, it will all be just fine. Okay, so now I can finish inking. Yeah, I like this, I like this old paper on this. I definitely do. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's like watching paint dry. It's so exciting. Let's see. I think I do. Yeah. We'll go ahead and put this on. And I'll use this. This is Dreams, Etc. Mixed Media Glue. So this is the one that I'm going to be trying now, so that you can get a play-by-play of what I think of it. I've already used it for a few things, and I do know that it's not as quite quick drying time, which is great for something that you're loving mixed media for. Now, I'm going to put contrasting paper in here because I want to set this up on this end so I have a nice black edge, and then just let it fall where it will on the back side. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of a burnish. But yeah, with mixed media, you want to be able to kind of pick it up, move it, pick it up, stick something underneath it, you know, that kind of thing. So but we will find out how it's going to work for all of the different applications. Isn't that beautiful? I love this paper line. I love it. I think Kian did a really, really good job on this. Okay, so now I'm going to find little spots, and I can still cut my chain down. I still have my cutters. If like this, Yeah, so that's a good line right there. I'm going to move it up just a smidge. And I'm going to put my glue down. I believe that's going to do it. I'm going to slide my flower right into that glue, my chain. Again, it helps. Okay, pull it up just a smidge. See, that's already grabbing. It is already grabbing. Okay, so there's the first piece. Gonna wipe a little bit of that glue away. Good, 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 good. Okay, so there's the first piece. And then I have this little one here. And it looks like the chain got cockly-eyed here. See if I can pull it around. There we go. And I wanted to continue it down around this little 1/2-inch spot here. So let's just bring that right there. I don't know, that feels like it's doing something funky. Oh, that little piece was twisted around the back. So, okay. Now we'll let that dry. Then, let's see. There's kind of a natural bend in the chain. So yeah, that's the next one. And then I've got this little flower to go here. And that's going to have to be chopped down a little bit more. Super easy to cut too, guys. Just with a little pair of pliers. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue here. Yes, I am. There we go. Lay this down with my tweezers right into that glue. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same with this. All right, there's that one, and then we have one more. And I will probably be cutting this down a little bit. Let's cut this down. And we'll get that coming from there. All right. And this just adds such a nice little doodad to the paper. And then we're going to have another one right here. And let me cut this down. So guys, the moral of this story is watch your kids' jewelry when they grow out of it. Garage sale jewelry. Because you can do so much. This is also another way you can do it. There's so much you can do with different pieces of junk jewelry. So there we go. Doesn't that just add something nice to that tree? And the other thing that I want to do, well, we're going to let that dry. So let's see if I still am going to like this or what else I have. Put these up. Let's see. I have this pom-pom. That might be interesting. Oh, that makes very cute. And it will cover up any, oh yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Let me see. Most of that is too wide. Way too wide. Okay. I know I got something. So hold on a second. Okay, so I think I am going to use the pom-poms. They are super cute to me. And they're kind of different on each side. I think they're super cute. But what about, this is just a really tiny bit of lace. Now, we'll just go with the pom-poms. I think the pom-poms, and we have got room for pom-poms because of how we're putting these into the book. So I've left a little bit of room over here. I'm just kind of lining up my pom-poms. And I am going to, let's see, I'm going to kind of pull this back a little bit. Some of it is actually not stuck down right at the edge. But I do think, actually, maybe if this is just on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I am going to use my glue and get this glued down a little bit better. I'd kind of left the edges open in case I wanted to tuck something underneath. But I want these pom-poms to go across the top. So I'm going to go ahead and seal down. And that is grabbing quite rapidly. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now I'm going to put a nice bead of glue all the way down right on the edge of this bias tape. And then I'm going to lay the pom-poms. I'm going to start by putting the first little pom-pom right at the edge of the paper. And then just get that as straight as you can get it. Don't fret about it too much, because this is a handmade item. It looks like the glue is drying nicely here. Oh, that is so cute. Hi, Santa. And this is kind of a darker, it's not a bright red. It may come off looking kind of like a bright red, but it is kind of a darker, more vintage look. And the balls on it are just really nice. Really nice. So there I've used a little bit of that. Put that, and I have more of this, so I would be able to do a some of that into a kit. Again, you guys let me know if you want me to do something like that. Okay, so then you open this up, and we are going to decorate all of that. And then here on the back you have this. And we're going to do something with this, and we're not necessarily going to use it as a flap or a pocket. I mean, it will definitely be a flap unless we make it a pocket, but I think I'm going to extend it. Yeah, I think I'm going to extend it. But anyway, okay. I'm going to let this dry, guys, and I think I have to take my little puppy out. Probably feed him and take him out. I think they're both getting, because it's kind of late. It's their dinner time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. I shall return. Okay, so I cut this little picture out. It's so cute. And it's still, you know, all about the tree. And I've got it backed on black cardstock. And I am going to put a little bit of this lace on here. So I'm going to put a little bit at a time. I'm going to see how well this glue holds for the lace, because the lace is not wanting to, you know, go around these corners very well. So I don't know, it's grabbing pretty quick. I think the grab is there like almost immediately, but then it still allows you to play. So the grab's there, but the total dry time is not, I think, is what we're dealing with this glue, which I like. Because you know how after you get it done and you look at it real close, or you put it where you think you're going to put it, and all of a sudden you don't like something. It'd be nice to be able to take that piece off relatively easily. But yeah, this grabs pretty quickly. Trying to make sure I'm not getting too much of it. Oh, look. I love it. I love it. Just putting the glue right on the end so that I'm not tempted to bring the lace in any further. And then sometimes it's getting a little bit of a tuck so that it'll go around. I think I've got some glue on my finger now, because now the glue's kind of sticking, or the lace is kind of sticking to my fingers. A little more difficult around the tighter curve, but that grab is still wonderful. Yeah, I'm liking this. All right. All right, let's get this pulled up here a little bit. I didn't glue some of that. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be very, very pretty. I tell you, anytime I can find these 1/4 inch laces, I am all over them because they can go everywhere. You know, I mean, you got a 1/2 inch lace. Yeah, you can pretty much put that anywhere too, but you start getting up into the, you know, the 1 inch, 2 inch, even 3/4 of an inch. You got to kind of be particular about where you put them, because it's not just a little accent at that point, unless you're just cutting yourself a tiny piece of it. But this 1/4 inch stuff, man, it's like gold to me. I just love it. You can never have too many choices as far as I'm concerned. Okay, now let's cut this so that I won't leave myself a bald spot. Of course, these are the worst scissors in the world to cut them with. And let's just continue that around so it has a little home to live in. Oh man, look at that. Ah, I love it. And I did want it to hang up over the top of my pocket, so I am thrilled with that. Now I also, let me just have a little quick look here. Do I want to put a little of that? No. Okay. I had to look. Okay, so I'm going to leave this out. More than likely I will use all of this I have, because that is it. That is it. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. And then I was thinking of a closure, and where did I put it? So I cut out one of these tickets. I'm just going to cut around, leaving a little black edge. And then cut our little thingies, little ticket stub corners. And I'm going to cut in just about 1/4 of an inch. Cut your ticket stub corner. And then come in about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm just going to cut straight up and pull that off. Where's my 1/4 of an inch? Right there. Okay, so it's a little farther on one side than the other. It's not a big deal. And now I'm going to fold back this piece here so that I am leaving myself that little black edge that I like, and get a nice fold there. I'm going to trim off just a smidge more this way. Okay, there we go. Now, on the, let's pull our page back in. On the base of the pocket, I'm going to glue this ticket in. And I do want to get it centered. Let's see. That is about centered, I believe. Okay, I think I am so not good at the centered stuff. Let's see. Oh, I think I had it about right. I'm using my grid if you guys aren't quite sure what I'm doing. I'm using my grid. Okay. And I'm assuming a magnet here. I'm trying to think of something else, but I cannot. So I'm going to put a magnet back here, and I'm going to use some score tape. And I'm probably going to cut out, now this is hanging over the edge just a little bit too much. I'm going to cut out another one of the tickets and glue down in the back, and that will be an easy, and that is, okay. And then I need another magnet. Boy, I tell you, these are strong magnets because they just hold on to everything. All the stuff in the drawers next to it are all clammed over there. Okay, there's that. Score tape. Okay, I've got a little issue here with a piece of score tape. Gone wrong, gone awry. All right, so I'm going to pick this up. Oops. My score tape moved. There we go. Put the score tape face, the sticky side up, and then put the magnet on top of it. Flip it over. And there we go. All right. Let's see, let me find my sheet with my tickets in it. Ow. There's the ticket. There's the tickets. So I think I'll do this one here with the matching ring. So that will be cute. That will be cute. I have, I'm being very careful about putting everything away because I still have my Sir Vagabond stuff sprawled all over because I'm trying to finish that one as well. So I believe I have one up for Sunday, and this one will probably be Monday, so you will have already seen it, I hope. We are slated for storms all this week, and yeah, so it's sometimes pretty iffy if I can get something up. Pretty iffy. Okay, let me just double check that I'm going to end up with black all the way around. Yes, I am. So we're going to go ahead and put our glue down. Take the paper backing off. And lay this down. Okay. Alrighty then. Now let's go ahead and take this paper backing off. So you guys can hear me, and now I am recording. Good, good. It's kind of late to look now, but just happened to think about it. I said, oh no, did I push that button? Ay vey, I tell ya. Now, do I want... No, I don't think I'm going to do anything else on this. I don't want to take away from my lace and my little kids doing the tree. All right. So let's get this down. And that's what I have my paper here for, so that I can see that I am getting a nice line. Now this is a little close to the edge, so you might want to take a little bit of a bone folder or something, your ruler, butt of your scissors, whatever's small enough that you can just push that down around. And there's our closure. Yay! And then I'm going to have this coming up like this, because I did want it to come up above the pocket and make the pocket, that to me makes the pocket way more interesting than just a square pocket. And I also have this, which was part of the first page with the Santa Claus and the tree. And I'm going to set this on this side of the score line. All right. So this side of the score line. All right. So let's close that up and see how that looks. Yeah, it just kind of carries that tree color a little bit. You know, it just kind of carries it a little bit. Then there's black and the color and black. So that's good. That's good. And then I had this ribbon, and I thought maybe I might do this. And that will fill in that little space. And then we have just the other parts to fill in. And of course, yeah, this is going to go back here. I know that's a pretty bright red, but I like it. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to put glue all around the edge of the lace, which will give it one more layer of hold. And a lot in the center here. Okay. Of course, I stuck my finger in the glue. We're going to wipe it. Ah! Right there. All right, and I'm going to have the lace just above. Make sure you get that nice and burnished down. And make sure I'm not got any glue. Nope, no glue coming from the underneath. And there's a little glue coming from the top piece, which I glued down quite a while ago. So that shows you that that glue stays damp for a long while. It has a good grab, but it doesn't dry completely for a while. So I believe I could pick that picture back up out of there. And it's been a good bit, 15, 20 minutes, maybe. You know, something like that. Well, 5 minutes at least. 15, 20. What world am I in? Okay, I'm going to cut this little bit off here. Still a little bit more. Okay. And there's going to be a little black edge. And we'll see how this glue does on ribbon. Normally I don't use glue with ribbon. I use double-sided tape, but I'm curious. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. Okay, let's get this buffalo print. I love, absolutely love buffalo check. Buffalo, whatever you want to call it. I love it. Okay. Okay, and just inside the pocket. I might even use it. Oh, good Lord. See, I didn't think about that. Now let's see how well I can pull this up. Dag burn it. And it's not coming up very easily. Let me get my spatula. See what I can do here. Yeah, Dingleberry, you guys are probably yelling at me. I wanted it to do that, though. I did. I wanted it to stick up over the pocket. But you can't always get what you want. That's what we kept trying to tell our grandson. No, you can't always get what you want. Because he's got his great-grandmother that he lives with on her mother's side. I am not her biological mother, but her mother passed away when she was 15. And I married into my little girl, so I love her to death. She might as well be my own, because she is. But so she lives with her grandmother, which is, of course, his great-grandmother. And she is also got, her mother had 3 sisters and 2 brothers. And those guys love that baby. And, of course, and spoil him, rotten. So it does not help Mama when Mama's saying, no, you can't have that. He just keeps going around and asking until he finds somebody that says yes, because usually he does. And her grandmother has, I guess because she lives there and sees it, has really started to help her with that one. But the aunts, they just, hey, it's my prerogative. I can spoil them if I want, but it really is not helping Mama. Not helping Mama at all. Okay, so if I do this, that magnet is still gonna hold. Yes. Okay. All right. Good. So, let's go all the way around again where that lace is. And the lace held right where it was supposed to. So I'm really pleased with that, because I thought, oh boy, I'm going to have to redo the lace again. No, it held. So I think I'm liking this glue. And I do believe it is cheaper than both. Well, the Barely Art glue was the most expensive. And then like maybe $1 cheaper was the art glitter. And then I think this was a little less expensive than that. So, see, I don't like that as much, but I can use this now. And, you know, that's kind of an important thing since I have the flap. We might as well be able to use the flap. Okay, so that works for me. But I think I'm going to do this up here and this down here. Wonder if I should use the green instead of the red because of this red. Did I print any of the green? Because, you know, my printer just started doing its level best to not make me happy. I have a green stripe. No, not for this. Don't like that. Okay, did not... Too many choices. How about my lace page? Pretty busy. Pretty busy. Okay, so we do have this. We do have this. And this is all the rings and has the ivy. No, what is this? Yeah, that stuff. And then under here as well. You won't really see any of it coming out the sides. You will just see a little tidbit at the bottom. Holly. There we go. Oh, do I like that? Or do I want to do part of the Christmas? Yeah, I think I like that. Just the top right here. Yeah. And I don't know. Do I have one of those that's kind of messed up? No. Because it's the horizontal, so I don't have as much. I don't have as much on the top, on the horizontal as I do the vertical, or the portrait side has more top paper. Yes. Okay. So I am going to cut this and have that here. And I think I might have enough. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me cut the top piece off. Let's measure what we're going to want here, a little bit below the pocket. The one thing you don't have to worry about with digitals is you can print more. Love it. I'm so glad that Keon took my my request and ran with it, because I just found that most digitals were so geared. Oh, well, and they are, and it's okay, because that's 90% of the people that use digitals are making journals with them. There are people that make some mini albums, but you're just so limited with what you can do on the mini albums because of the, just because of the way it was. Now, I should not have glued this all the way down. I am going to use my spatula, because I forgot I didn't put little tabs on here. I just glued it straight down. So this way I can get this page in here, place it, and then I can glue that down again. Yeah, let's just give it a little ink. And then I'm going to call this done. This page I am going to probably do some kind of mosaic tile looking thing or something like that, using up bits and pieces. And I'm going to try and, there'll either be and that's going to be kind of my using up my scraps. I'm going to do it during, just so you can see different ways that you can use every bit of your paper. Because I know that I am pushed for time right now, but I love getting time to craft. So the fact that I was able to say, let's do this, and she got it. Oh, geez, she worked her butt off and got this kit done in time. Okay, and then this is the one I was playing on my computer. I just noticed. This is the one that I actually flipped, did the mirror image. So my December 25th is backwards. But I can fix that. That's super easy to fix. Not a problem. So we will revisit that. And I'm just re-gluing that one down. And this one, I actually did not glue all the way up. So there we go, guys. I hope that you like this so far. Oh, no, you come here and you come here. So there is our very first page. We're going to do a mosaic kind of thing here. We've got our top, and then we can actually open our flip up. And I think I'm going to maybe I'll do the buffalo print down below, because you won't see but just a little bit of it. That's how much you'll see. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see. But anyway, I love it. Thank you so much. and join me, and we will do the flip side next time. All right, guys, love you all. Oh yeah, P.S. please do the hashtag Vintage Christmas Day in July 2021 and check out everybody else's stuff. I've been looking. You've got journals, you've got quick projects, you've got cards. I mean, it's all kinds of goodies. And if you go on my Facebook group or Sweet Pea Papers, Terry's Facebook group, people are posting, if they don't have a YouTube channel, they're posting there. So you can go on there and look at those. So, love you all. Bye!